How's it, everybody? This is another business module. This is a business module by Liam O'Reilly. That's my name. And I'm using this business module from experience. So I'm not going to stop now. So, this business module is not only returning back into business, it's a bit of advertising. And that's what we're going to stick with. So, we're going to try to stay in the boundary of about 32 minutes. We don't want to be greedy. So, this business module is for people that want to get back into business for the community, maybe for personal reasons. So, we're going to stick into the law frame. So, this business module, we're going to try to simplify all of the aspects of business. So, this is a FRAP. This is phone tablet. It's rugged, durable, reliable. It's also expendable. Phones are also dangerous, but we're going to stick to the business module maybe for 30 minutes. So this is going to be professional as can be, because at the end of the day, you've got to do your job. While to do your job is the only way you can be paid. So if you want to be paid, you've got to put some sort of work. So you've got to stick to the business module. So I'm going to try to repeat. So this is coming by FREP. This is phone, tablet, and of course we got a laptop and also a notebook. This is a good idea to write down things. It's like a module, a script, and this will help you a lot in business. And we want to do something like a big business, and I'm coming from experience like Sensation, Alloy Yachts, big business, Hollywood, advertising businesses, big movies like Dune, Avengers, Marvel, sort of thing. So we want to stick to the 30-minute time frame. So we're coming by FREP. So this business module is to help people come back into business, whether you're like a musician or maybe you got a nice restaurant or any business or a cafe or something. So we want to start off with something easy. The greatest empires, pharaohs in Egypt, Alexander the Great, Napoleon, Albert Einstein, Thomas Edison, Elon Musk, even the owners of Google, YouTube, TikTok. If you want to come into business, so there's a lot of gimmicks and tactics. The main thing, simplify your life. Stick to simplicity. Simplicity is the key to success. So we're within the 5 minute margin. So maybe you want to get yourself a cup of coffee. So, okay, in business, these are simple tactics, but they're not only tactics, they're some sort of maneuvers. So it's also a military, but we're going to try to stick to the business module, what I've written down. So what I've written down is like a script. It's a business module, right? So in this mind frame, this is what you've got to do. You've got to stick to the script, which is a business module, right? Which I guess people are gonna say, how comes I'm doing business? Well, I'm the boss. A boss of advertising businesses or Wall Street, everything you dream about, sensation yachts, 300-meter alloy yachts. So I'm not going to talk about myself. What I'm talking about is a business module. So what we're trying to do is just a short script. Don't be greedy. So when you write down stuff, don't sell your secrets, because at the end of the day, a business only does their job. A business only does what they're paid for. So if you want to become a multimillionaire, maybe you want to become a billionaire. So what you need to do is follow the script, right? So don't write too much, just a few pages. 1 or 2 pages, you follow that briefly, you're allowed. So it's also an English lecture. So this business module is for a lot of people, not just for anyone. This is for people they want to be successful. They want to complete something. They want to complete something magnificent. So, what you've got to try to do is just get yourself some simple stuff. It's rugged, it's durable, it's reliable, it's cheap, it's expendable, it's FREP, it's a phone tablet. As well with the phone tablet, you've got to try to get yourself a laptop. Don't bother with microphones. So, it's also like a miniature concert. So, we're within the first 5 minutes. Albert Einstein, Thomas Edison, Abraham Lincoln, all these people you idolize and fantasize, they all come from somewhere. A book, right? Book is ancient technology, so a book is never gonna be taken away. The pen is mightier than the sword, but don't be too greedy. So this business module is about taking life seriously. Take everything seriously in life. Now you're gonna have to excuse me. I'm doing my dishes. I'm cleaning my house. So don't be greedy. A business is easy. It's simplicity. Simplicity is the key to excellence, right? So this is simplicity. Don't try to be too expensive. Don't try to be too outrageous. Simplify the problem and it will go away. Follow the law. And also in this business module, It's a lot of stuff. Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci, Albert Einstein, Alexander the Great, right? So when you start something, don't bother editing. Just be simple and try to complete, get the job done, and you'll be paid. There's different currencies, right? So there's a lot of things you can do with advertising. Try to get business cards. Business cards is where you're on a 1-to-1 ratio. You can advertise your own business with business cards. These are gimmicks I don't sell to anybody, only people that deserve. So, business cards is a way that I got famous myself. With business cards, I got a lot of girlfriends, a lot of opportunity. With business cards, you're advertising yourself. So, try to photocopy decent business cards. Don't give away your personal number. Try to get another phone because these are cheap, right? So, try to get more than one phone. More than one phone gives you opportunity. If you're fishing, so more hooks in the water, more fish you're going to catch. Another thing also, try to get a laptop. A simple laptop and distractions are good. So we're within the first 6 minutes. So the pharaohs of Egypt, the greatest empires, Roman Empire, the ancient world, they had a lot of philosophy. Don't poison people. Don't cheat. Try to take a stock take. Go back to your house, clean up your house. Clean up your workplace. Stock take of what you have. Take stock of what you have. Take stock of everything of yours, your clothes, your things. Put everything into order. Put everything into your closet. Hide everything. Take stock of what you have. That way you know what you own, what you have. Try to get something decent for yourself so you can advertise. YouTube is good. Facebook is good. Instagram is good. TikTok is good. So this is not about a personal thing. This is about stock taking. Taking stock of your product, what you have, no matter what your business is, whether it's a super yacht business, Hollywood, chapati business, ganja business. Take stock of everything you have, even in your house. Take stock of all the things you have. That way, everything's prepared. You've got a head start. Do your dishes. Have a bath. Have a bit of family time. Then start straight thing Monday morning. So after you've had a break, take stock of everything you have. Stay clean. So there's a lot of ways to advertise with business cards, Facebook. But on Facebook, you've got to search through your Facebook. Get rid of all your enemies. Get rid of all the threats, all of these liabilities. So right now you're gonna have to get a mug of coffee, right? So this is gonna take just another few minutes. So I've owned a cafe. A lot of cafes I've owned, so that's how I know about bacon and eggs and restaurants. I've got all sorts of opportunities. So get yourself a cup of coffee. We've only got 23 minutes. So this is also for a cafe. If you want to have a good quality in your restaurant, your cafe, it's all about the quality that you're putting out. So you've got to keep your hands clean. Get yourself some gloves. That's going to make all the advantages over Nando's, Popeye's chicken. Even the Russian army is not going to beat you because you've got a quality. Now you've got to learn English. So it's also an English lecture. So in an English lecture, I got an A for Oxford and Cambridge in English, and I passed some other exams, commerce as well. So this is also an English lecture. So there's a lot of tips, tricks, gimmicks. So stick to the module. Stick to what you've written down. And that's how easy it is to become a multimillionaire. So now we've only got 22 more minutes. So you've got yourself a cup of coffee. So what we're talking about is advertising. So it's not about what you say. It's about what you do. You've got to be reliable, responsible, and be reasonable to yourself. Be reliable, responsible, and reasonable. Repetition will reprogram the mind. So follow the law. Be reliable, responsible, and reasonable. Don't be too unrealistic. Don't be too futuristic like Star Wars. The most successful empires, Napoleon, Shaka Zulu, all of these empires are gone because they're too unreasonable, unrealistic, unsophisticated. Not too sophisticated, not too greedy. A business only does their job. There's no personal side in a business. Keep the personal side out. So you've got to keep your hygiene. That's a chapati business, hospital, or any restaurant. Try to be clean. Try to stay clean for the duration. So this is also a lesson to Elon Musk, Bill Gates, a lot of mathematicians, scientists. So the beginning of the lecture is also a bit of military. So the beginning to the end, you've got to stay on your toes. But once it's finished, it's done. So in a business, you've got to try to get Wi-Fi. Don't try to be too successful. The best business is all about quality. Simplicity is going to go a long way. All effort is going to go a long way. Now, in a business, there's different currency, like credit, bank credit. Sacrifice your benefit, sacrifice your money. That'll come back tenfold. Before you want to retire, you want to work. So, any business you have, any job, whether you're a laborer, woodworker, welder, prostitute, biker gang member, that's your primary income. This is also a side hustle. So, a side hustle could be online gambling, blackjack gambling, maybe nothing about drugs. So a side hustle is like something that makes money on the side. So on the side is after work. You got 24 hours. There's no reason to go to sleep. Go to sleep about 3 o'clock in the morning. Wake up about 5. Be reasonable with yourself. So we're not talking about poetry. This is a business module and it's an economic symbol. So economics work like this. The economy works with Wall Street, but economics is like physics. That's economics and physics. That's different from science. So economics works like with the community. So you've got to also do something for your community. That's an asset. You don't want to be a liability. Liability is when you're not productive, if you're not advertising. So public appearances, going to the mall, going to concerts, that's all right. But you've got to keep up with public appearances. That makes all the difference. Then they're going to know who you are. Don't work in a community that's against you. Then what you've got to do is relocate. Relocate your business. So relocate by advertising to the community. Go to the city. Take some time off work. Advertise in the park, the local thing. Do some public appearances. That'll make all the difference with the business card. Every opportunity to hand out business cards is going to make you more of a business, right? Because a business only does their job. Because at the end of the day, you've got to do your job. So have a cup of coffee, and this is advertising with the phone. So with the phone, you can definitely conquer the world. You've got a winning edge because you've got a phone. Try to get 2, 3 phones. That way you can advertise on multiple platforms. You can go on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at the same time. But always look for opportunity. Opportunity comes with those who are searching for it. So this is a business module about advertising on Facebook, advertising on Instagram and on YouTube. But you've got to follow a business mentor. That's all right to copy someone. If people are running, run. If people are packing, pack. If people are buying a mortgage, get a mortgage. A mortgage is always better than renting. That way all your money is going into your house. So that way, none of your money is getting taken away. And this is not about family. We're sticking to a business module. So this is about how to use technology. Technology can be your best friend or your worst enemy. So this is basic technology, but it's very advanced. Okay, so look, we got a phone. This is a Frap. You see how big it is? Gives you widescreen, a lot of opportunity. So we've got a tablet, a Frap, and it's all connected in my house. So you've got to get unlimited Wi-Fi, not limited Wi-Fi. That you don't tell anyone. Don't tell your enemies. So you go on Facebook, search inside there, look for dead people, criminals, people that are dodgy, spies that are spying on you. It's all right to spy. Spy on your competition, learn your territory. Lion King is more than an ideology. So if you want to win, think about it. Use your brain. Don't think too much of the negative people. In my business, I focus on the good people. Whether it's my parents, my neighbors, the police at Henderson, or any criminals. I'm a non-criminal business. I don't associate with prejudice or criminals. Don't focus on criminals. In 2024, you're allowed to close your door. You close your door to criminals. So we're in the first 14 minutes. So we've got what? Another 26 minutes. So we're not going to talk a whole lot of nonsense. So what we're talking about is the key to success, marketing, business, analytics and stuff, economics and physics. This is not your ordinary spice market. But it's all right to turn your life into a spice market. Like the ancient world, it's got to have that magic spice. So that magic spice is going to make the difference between any other business. Because if you focus all the quality, like how I am today, if you can maintain this standard, then your business is going to beat Nando's. Your business is going to beat Popeye's chicken. Because you want to make money, right? While money to a billionaire doesn't count. A billionaire with 70 billion a week, what's 7 billion? Is nothing. So, okay, you want to be a multiple millionaire, right? So you need to sleep. Sleep during the week, but not too much. Don't smoke drugs. If you smoke drugs, use the drugs. So this is not a drug dealing module. This is for professional workers, whether it's a police officer or house builder or anybody. So what you've got to try to do, use technology and communication. Communication is going to be key to winning the battle. It's how you communicate with your customers, family, and friends that's very important. So you got to stick with the module. This is a business module you write down. It's like a script. So don't be afraid of hackers or anything. You're now in the modern world. You got to follow the law. Following the law will give you all the advantages of a billionaire. Then you've got public transport. Doors will open for you. Then you can get a gateway into Hollywood. Money comes after. Because right now you've got too many criminals. So you stick to the business module. So you yourself, you got to think wisely. So there's a lot of things you can do, but not too much. Don't be greedy. Money is important, but not so important. There's other credit, like debts, personal favors, another type of credit, like at the bank. Credit is like when you get a loan, so you can pay your debts off, personal favors. All of those things will add up at the end of the day, just in case of emergency, flood, or lockdown. But that's another business module. So you've got to pay your debts off, personal favors first. Now you're in a position to become a billionaire or multimillionaire. So what you got to do is not let your mind drift. Stick to the module. So now that's half of the 30 minutes. So there's only about 14 minutes left. So this is the second page of my business module. So that's just about 35 minutes, and stick to that. So we've got another 16 minutes. So what we're talking about is a job. To be successful, you can be a laborer, you can be a garbage worker. That's your primary job. So what you want is a secondary income. Secondary income is when you got gambling online, blackjack. That's allowed. There's no rules in the universe. There's no rules to life. You follow what you're governed with. So this is any job can be successful. Laboring job, anything to do with money. Save money, as much money as possible. Don't spend money, but splurge. Money makes money. You see, you put a bit of money into yourself, it will surely come out. Because this is a false reality. It's not reality. This is a created reality by some criminal, maybe Al Chapo or something. So obviously it's not going to work. But in reality, if you put money into yourself, it will come out. Personal favors make all the difference. Helping people, but not bad people. Not people who are going to endanger your life or endanger your business. Then you've got to relocate. Relocate to an easier place. So we want something easy. A super yacht company like Sensation, Alloy Yacht, Sunseeker, somewhere like somewhere good. So definitely you want a cup of coffee, but you've got to be balanced like the Black Panther. And that's because I'm an owner of a cafe. So that's how I know about coffee. So even if you've got a cafe or anything you want to advertise with these things, that'll give you a major advantage. Cleaning up your house, cleaning up yourself, being available on YouTube, you could reach the owner or you could reach a multimillionaire. Every neighborhood has a millionaire. So you want to be successful. Then you've got to be reliable, reasonable, and responsible. Don't be unreasonable. Don't be unreliable. There's no use using microphones or anything if you're not reliable or responsible, it's not going to work. So no criminals, cut them out. All the dodgy people. But this business module, it's also for people with a barbecue business or takeaways. You've got to keep a high quality standard. Then surely you'll beat Nando's. Then surely you will make money. Try to meet that quality standard. Clean up your counter. Clean up your workplace. That's where you work. You like this could be an office. Well, I'm a boss of construction businesses, Hawkins, Dominions. So a Dominion, big construction company. So those things are easy. I'm the boss. So standing up is also part of health benefits. So now we're on the 19-minute mark. So we've only got 10 minutes. Your primary income, that's like your job. What you get to pay your rent. It's always better to have a mortgage than trying to rent. Renting is only going to be a liability at the end of the day. But this business module, we're going to try to stick to this module, what I've written down. So it's also a business lecture. So try to get yourself a book and then try to write down things. Don't let the outside distract you. not the neighbors, not the police or the government. This is a different type of business module. So now that you're following this business module, you see what this business module is also personal hygiene. So try to get hygiene good. Meet a good hygiene standard. Clean up your house, clean up your business, stock take. And now we're at the last 10 minutes. So the last 10 minutes, that's 30 minutes. That's smoko at my business. 30 minutes each smoko. So 30 minutes, that's good. You want to be a boss or something. Take a bit of time. Study, learn your enemy, patrol your territory. You're allowed in a business. Know what your neighbors are doing. Learn about your enemy. Learn as much as a strategy is going to conquer your enemy at the end of the day. But in this business module, it's not about conquering your enemy. It's about public appearances. Trying to go to the mall. Trying to go to the public pools. That's gonna be like a currency. That's gonna help you at the end of the day. So now we're in the last 9 minutes. And just like that, you become a multimillionaire. Because you're sticking with the plan. Stick with the plan you've written down. It will work out. Doesn't matter. You're allowed to call the police. So this is the thing with the military. What I notice is from the beginning of the battle to the end of the battle. At the end is when you'll be ambushed. You've got to be careful at the end as well. But once it's done, find a time slot. So before work and not too late. So wake up about 4:30. Do your modules, do your business thing, advertise, and then go to work. Your side hustle will pay out because your primary income is your job. Your side hustle is all bread and butter, cake, icing. You know what I mean? That's all yours. So all your secondary income you put away. Primary income is for your bills, your children, and stuff. And on the weekend, that's for work. All hard work is going to pay off. So try to keep clean. Try to keep it simple. That's all your recipes in a restaurant, cafes, or any business is going to be conquered because simplicity is excellence. All your recipes, keep them simple. And that way you'll have delicious food. So now we're in the last 8 minutes. So you want quality, excellence, right? It's not quality over excellence. It's excellence, quality over quantity. So if you have quantity, doesn't mean you're going to be more successful than Microsoft. Because you got quantity doesn't mean you're going to beat the American army. Quality and excellence is like whiskey over cheap wine. That's always going to win. So now we're in the last 8 minutes. So just like that, tapped into a billionaire's business. But that's all right. So this is for music. And also, this is also if you want to switch from being out of business into business. You got to close the book. You got to switch off. Switch off the computer, switch off the phone, switch off all the outside influences, get a bit of peace and quiet, go to the park, clear your mind. So this is also therapeutic because some people want to listen. Some people don't want to talk about the problem. That's facing the monster again. That's the past. You forgive the past. Don't bring the past into the modern world. And just like that, everybody's beaten. So in the last 7 minutes, what I'm saying is it's a business model where you advertise. So you advertise, and it's not what you say, it's what you do. You can say anything. You can say you want to blow up something, you want to hurt somebody, but not on the internet. Don't go on the internet and say those things. Then surely there's a camera in your house. Surely there's a microphone. So double check your house. Double check for cameras. Make sure that you don't try to trust anyone. If you got any business, it's face to face. Always try to meet your enemies or people in the park, in the pub. Don't show people where you live because it's always better to have a mortgage than try to rent. And that's another 30 minutes. So in the last 6 minutes, we're talking about health benefits as well from standing up. So it's a bit like Chipolates. It's a bit of a fashion show. And you do as much with your life as you can because you've only got one life. That's too easy for some people. So you've only got 6 minutes left. So in the last 6 minutes, try to get oxygen in your lungs. That's going to make all the difference. Which means probably they're professionals. So definitely only professionals can beat you. So you've got to try to be professional. Because if it's a professional, you must be professional. So in being professional, there's a lot of things you can do. But this is a business module. So we're sticking to a module because, right, in business, these things are going to work. A phone, a book, and a laptop. That's like military intelligence or something. because now you're in the battle for once. That'll give you the strategic opportunity, all the advantages. So time yourself. There's no point trying to get a job if you can't work. There's no point trying to do a job you can't do. Try to study. Study something that the leader is saying. It'll be better off than being a laborer. But that's the end of the business module. So probably with the last 3.5 minutes, try to get oxygen in your lungs. Try to dig deep from the ground before you start every day. Dig the energy from your feet up. The longer you stand is like a gym because this is upper body strength. So carrying this, you need your legs. That's if you want to be the boss. If you want to be the boss, then you can stand around and talk the whole day. But yeah, that's just coming from experience. In any business, super yacht businesses, Sensation, Alloy Yachts, Riviera, Sunseeker, Maritimo. If you want to be the boss, it's about all the hard work. But I guess if you're over 40 and you're looking for somewhere to start, then the module is good for everybody. So standing up is going to give you leg muscles. The more leg muscles you have, the more you can work. Because at some jobs, you got to stand the whole day. 10 minutes and 30 minutes for lunch. That's how work is. But if you want to become like a business owner, be business minded. Open the mind and become business minded. So, with the last 4 minutes, inherit power. Power from having a community, power from traditional values, power from respecting yourself. So, be reliable, responsible, and be reasonable, even with your enemies. Be reliable, responsible, and reasonable because you have to retreat one day. One day you have to run away. From sometimes apex predators are dangerous. So if you treat your enemies with unreasonable terms, then when the tables turn on you, surely they will. Because life is like a deck of cards for criminals and all biker gangs. It's going to crumble. So it's not about blaming people. It's about trying to retreat, trying to attack and maneuver. These things all work for blood circulation and a whole lot of other things in life. And that's called reality, the Matrix. And that's coming from experience. Somebody that makes the Matrix movie, Dune, or Wolverine and Deadpool. That's my job. That's not your job. That's just from experience. But with the last 3 minutes, if you want an opportunity, is how you treat people. You treat your enemies with the same respect as you treat your mom and dad. Love your enemies, love your parents. Try to follow the law, learn English. So I guess it's an English lecture, a bit of economics, physics, health benefits, but stick with what you've written down. Don't go over the boundary. Stick in the 30 minutes time frame. Don't be greedy. At the end of the day, a business doesn't make sense. A business does what they paid for. And when the money runs out, that's when everybody, that's when they disappear. And that's what I noticed. When the money runs out, that's when they disappear. So that'll be my last business module for a while. I'm just going to do what all our customers are asking for. That's billions of people in Google and Microsoft because we're together now. So I'm just doing a dream that everybody asked for when we were 17. And this is the end of the business module before everybody runs away and disappears and the water and the lockdown starts. But that's all right. Be a bit funny. Take life serious. Take threats serious. Even if a bird shits on you, take it serious. Take even a little girl on the street serious. And that's a whole different NBA. That's a whole different basketball. Take even adverts on television serious. Take sleep serious, your girlfriend serious. Take everybody serious, your enemy serious. That'll give you all the strategic opportunity of the American army and all the money that comes with it. Take even the flood serious. Things you see on the news. Take everything serious from day one and for the rest of your life and eternity. Take church serious. Take everything serious. Music. Even if you're going to make a comedy, take that serious. And the thing about life, take it serious, but at the end is when you can be ambushed. So at the end, you've also got to be careful. So keep your enemies on the toes and keep yourself on the toes. Take everything serious before everybody disappears when the money runs out. Try to have a good bunch of friends, not too greedy, because a job only does what they're paid for. And that's a professional business of super yacht companies and even cafes all around the world. A job only does what they're paid for. They do nothing personal. They don't do any vigilante things. And on the internet, you got to be careful and double check, triple check. and be 1,000%, not 100%. That's mathematics. You can be 1,000%. You don't have to be 100%. You can be 1,010%. That will make it primo, primo like chocolate milk. If everyone's 1,010% next time, but yeah, that's the 30 minutes. So in 30 minutes, you can talk about a lot of stuff. Don't be too funny, because there's time to be funny, time to be serious, time to work, time to sit on your ass, time for Christmas. But that's a whole different module. This business module is about advertising, a bit of health benefits, and that's the end of my 30 minutes. So the thing with my business, it's a business Wi-Fi. So don't be expecting not to get $6,000 on your Wi-Fi, because I got a business, so I can afford $20,000 on my Wi-Fi. I can afford a $20,000 electricity bill. But that's another business module. Be careful with your Wi-Fi. You want unlimited Wi-Fi, not limited Wi-Fi. Unlimited Wi-Fi. Then that gives you all the access of Victor Arena. Then you can go on the internet and do whatever you want. But don't listen to voices. Try to be logical. Try to be reasonable. But that's the end of my business module. So at the end is when you can be ambushed. So it's not only the beginning of your concert or your adventure. Try to remember, stay on your toes until the end. Until the doors are locked, the windows are closed. That's only when you're safe. And that's another business module by Liam O'Reilly. Just a professional one. I'm now going to work on some music. Just dreams that I was dreaming about when I was 17. So hopefully everybody follows the module. Try to learn English. English is a major advantage. Try to follow hygiene standards. Try to follow the law. Don't be too funny. Don't be too comical. Take life serious. Even threats, dreams, traditional things on the news, your girlfriend, your parents, DJ Slaydom. Take everything serious, and then surely you'll win the lotto. Because if you're seriously buying lotto tickets, surely you'll win the lotto. So I wouldn't mind $1 million, but that's all right. I'm in a multi-billionaire business, bro. Just like that, $70 billion a week. Peace, mate. Hey, take life serious. And try to treat your enemies with the same respect that you treat your families. Don't treat your enemies like hyenas. Don't be a straggler. Then surely jackals will come get you. Baboons and all these things in Lion King. Just like that, another 30 minutes from the $70 billion business a week. Peace.